Let's do some joy scrolling, shall we? All right, first one up. This is Nick Shirley in D.C.
Looks like right here they're arresting a homeless man. What's going on right here?
This man is being arrested.
For what did he do? What did he do?
We're hearing that he was distributing narcotics.
Okay, so they're getting a drug dealer off the street.
I don't want to characterize him.
He was dealing narcotics, but I don't want to characterize him. What a mush. This is why things are bad. Frumpy old white lib. Ugh. Dealing narcotics, but I don't want to characterize him. Good Lord. Cleaning up DC out there.
Indeed, selling drugs. Right now we have the FBI, the police, Secret Service. We got about 8 agents out here right now, and there is the bag right there with all the money and the drugs that he was selling on the streets.
Don't characterize him, though.
After he had been arrested, a protester showed up and went absolutely crazy on law enforcement.
Cowards! 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 Stay away from homeless people! You fascist bums!
Can you imagine being so fucking crazy that you're showing up at the scene of a vagrant drug dealer getting arrested, getting taken off the streets, and you take out your bullhorn and you start screaming like Sam Kinison. And you're calling people fascist pigs for taking a vagrant off the streets. What? There's no noise ordinances? Why wasn't she arrested? You want to talk about fascism? There she is in the most disruptive way possible, exercising her freedom of speech, and she's calling everybody around them fascists. It's just incredible how insane they are.
Get the fuck out!
Sounds like a Cradle of Filth song.
Wow, you got a loud voice.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Wow, she just came right in here. This lady is an angry woman.
Why isn't she being arrested?
Stay away from homeless people, you fascist bums!
Stay away from homeless people, you bums! I think we have another one from Nick Shirley over here. Here we go.
And what do you guys think about the feds coming here into Washington, D.C.?
I love it. I love it. I wish it was more.
And how dangerous did Washington, D.C. become in these past few years?
It doesn't compare to the 80s. D.C. was the murder capital of the United States. We averaged 13 bodies a day.
And do you think Donald Trump's wrong for wanting to come in here and clean up the city?
Nope. No, I do not.
And why do you think there's so many people are getting upset with him coming in and wanting to take control of the city as far as getting rid of the
Because
crime?
they're not doing enough. They need to take control and get this city. But this is the nation's capital. You got tourists scared to come here.
And were the police enforcing the laws?
But it's not enough of them. They're not doing enough.
What do you think about the federal government coming in here and trying to stop the crime?
Oh, here we go.
It's a bad idea.
Of course it is. Tell us why, liberal white woman.
We need them to actually be stopping crime, not being sent against the homeless.
Okay, and so do you think they're overstepping their boundaries here in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, I mean, it's wrong on all sorts of levels. It's just dumb.
Yeah, you are dumb. You're a very dumb person. This is a reel about praying.
Thank you, Lord, for I have never sinned. Amen.
God, I'm so retarded! I'm sorry! Ah!
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm evil and retarded. Oh, I've been coming across a lot of these lately. These hoarding cleanup videos. Take a look at this. No, it's fascinating. It really is. But I got to tell you something. It doesn't matter how good this is all cleaned. If you don't bring an exorcist into this house afterwards, there's going to be nothing good that ever comes of living in this property. This is the result of such horrible and horrifying spiritual malady. Houses like this are incredibly scary to me. It's like, wow, what a mess. No. That's not what we're looking at right now. What the hell? What the hell is, what is that? Are those 4 Loco cans? What they had one room just to throw can. This is what, there's something going on here. This is the room for the cans. Just throw it in there. How did that start? There was one day when the first can was thrown in there, and that became the can room. What is happening? Did those cans, they blocked the sunlight coming from the windows. Oh my gosh. I wonder what books were on that shelf. Anybody else want to know what books were on that shelf? I mean, what was the function of the bathroom? That's the laundry room. It's almost done. I have to see the end of this. There was still magnets on the refrigerator. Like, that's what I don't understand. What was that whole living arrangement? I want the stories behind it. I want to know about what happened to the people afterwards. If you have any jobs like that, anybody out there who does that for a living, if you get called in for these really, really severe cases of hoarding or anything else like that, please let me know. If you are a hoarder, if you live in that kind of a condition, I have some questions. I might just ask you to walk through the room so I can hear you sloshing through the garbage. And I want to know why. It's really no judgment. Have I judged already? I mean, it's morbidly fascinating. I don't understand it. All right. So it seems like this woman, she's a black Marxist looking one. She's got the problem glasses and everything. The costume is on point, and she's sitting across from a young black man. And I think, from what I have gathered here, they are having a debate about reparations. And I was told, trust me, you're going to want to see this.
You can give everyone here.
It doesn't mean anything, but of course, the whole reason for her existing is to make sure that the system that from everything she teaches and has been taught is there to keep her down. You want to reform the system from the inside. You want to make it work for you. So you want, and then what? Then one day you will trust the system. Do you trust the FBI when they come out on some days and they say that the greatest threat to the country is climate change? Or the next day, the greatest threat to the country is white nationalism or Christian nationalism. It's incredible. So don't like statistics. They lie all the time. Okay, well, then that's why I will not trust your statistics. But we can talk about human nature, and human nature is something you're not going to be able to deny. I really like this matchup here. She already lost, by the way, because she's a frat face. There's the condescending bitch. There you go. That's what it all. There's no argument. There's just costumes, bad bitch mentality, and nothing but just sour shit. That's all you can say. You lost.
You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion.
Wow. Say she's going back to the mammy programming. You want to talk about slavery, the plantation. I love this so far. It's so refreshing. She's filled up on like this obsolete script for a play that no one cares about anymore. And here's why I'm spending, this is probably the most I've spent on shit like this in a long time, and I'm fine with that, because all the other clips that you see, you want to talk about crime statistics. How many times you want to talk about crime statistics and how bad it is along racial lines? It's just the way it is. Any black American out there who's honest with themselves knows, and they know how bad that they know that's a stigma that they got to carry around with them. They have to contend with. I mean, this is something that we know. Everybody knows that. It's uncomfortable, but it's reality. So for that reason, I'm not going to be watching videos like this every night, because most of these videos are race bait. It's rage bait that is all rooted in race. Don't need to do that all night, all long. But this exactly right here, this is what we needed more than anything, especially black men dismissing sour black female Marxist agitators and putting them in their place respectfully. They just need to be dismissed and walked away from. That's the real issue here. That's the only way that we will ever have true societal victory. The world that this girl right here operates in is a lose-lose world. It exists to serve a victim-oppressor dynamic in which she is a privileged victim, and the oppressor, who is always wrong, is the white man and his government that needs to be taken over and co-opted in some way, not done away with. We don't want that government to go away. There's trillions of dollars to be made here. Trillions of dollars. If we can just dip our straw into it, like we're Daniel Plainview.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Dip our straw into that trillions of that. We don't want it to go away. We don't, because that would mean that we'd be independent. We all would be independent. It's just incredible. So that's the lose-lose. Yeah, you might get privilege. You might attain privilege inside of this victim oppressor kind of mindset worldview. You might attain that privilege, but it is privilege that is, in every stretch of the word, it is still a dependent state. It's a slave state. So you're choosing a little bit more of a privileged form of slavery. And for the oppressor, the perceived oppressor, they are also slaves, but they don't get the privilege to be able to say racist things and have everybody clap and say, "Well, that was deserved." It's a horrible world. It's really a terrible world. It's lose-lose. Even those who stand to win from the that arrangement are losers, perpetual losers, because they're just trapped in it, and they end up becoming wards of the state that they've been taught from the beginning hates them to their very core. All right, so there's another one here. Oh, where did this come from? Where did the accent come from all of a sudden? That's where you pivot to, you empty, vapid twat. That's where you pivot to? Harriet Tubman's name and fame? What are you going to do, baby? You're dropping a baby on us now? She's useless. Useless, talentless, and you know what? It's great. This is great. I hope more shit like this happens, because the script is flat. It's flat. You know how we keep reminding ourselves every once in a while how the American dollar is backed by nothing but faith? We have to just keep keep reminding ourselves, oh, no, we have to have the faith that it's worth something. But it's really just the faith that backs it. Well, that is exactly what is represented here on race narrative level. This woman is wearing her costume. She's wearing her costume. She's got her bad bitch attitude, fine-tuned, ready to go. But Halloween was last week, and now it just doesn't work anymore. When you dress up like Batman or the Joker or something like that on Halloween, it's appropriate. Everybody gets behind it. When you're still wearing the costume on Thanksgiving, everybody's like, okay, all right. Okay, it's over now. All right? There's not even a counter to anything that these men are saying. And while she was talking, I had to go grab Booker T. Washington. I had to go grab Booker T. There is another class of colored people who make a business of keeping the troubles, the wrongs, and the hardships of the Negro race before the public. Having learned that they are able to make a living out of their troubles, they have grown into the settled habit of advertising their wrongs, partly because they want sympathy and partly because it pays. Some of these people do not want the Negro to lose his grievances because they do not want to lose their jobs. Very famous quote from a very accomplished man. How dare they? They want to lose. Nobody wants to lose this. If Black Americans lose their grievances, this is it. I mean, she actually reverts to telling these young men to act as if she's their mama. What? Why? Because first of all, let's not forget this. First of all, this is all a major offshoot of feminism, for one. Major offshoot. You're going to see black women, always going to see black women, probably gay or virulent LGBT ally types at the tip of the spear of these operations. BLM was the Patrisse Cullors girl, classically trained Marxist lesbian, anti-family. It's all in their white papers and all that stuff. And that is it. That's the tip of the spear, because black men need to be obedient, weak, and dependent. And if they're going to be in the picture at all, if they're going to try to act up over here, then they're going to have to leave. That's been part of the program for a while. So if this charade ends, and I hope that we're getting close, because what's really oppressing people, if there is oppression at all? Again, it's government. So why would she advocate for government to get bigger? Why would she want that to? Ever? Because big government serves single women the most. That's number one, first of all. And if she actually cared about non-white Americans to be independent again, then she would want to see them not be dependent on the government that hates them. And from there, it would be, what would it be? It would be more independent black Americans. They wouldn't want to segregate from the rest of society. If they wanted to, it would be fine, but that would not be possible either. Because if you're independent and you're out there hustling, you want to be friends with as many people as possible so you can be as successful as possible. The only people who choose to limit their reach and their customer base is anybody who's subsidized. Look at all the television shows getting canceled. The rules in the marketplace did not apply to them. You can't lead with a product like that and think to be around unless you're subsidized by someone. So nobody who is spouting the bullshit that this woman is, that's just not working on these guys, it's so refreshing to see. They can't have real independence because it would also eventually solve racial tension by making better relationships economically advantageous to people. So that was really nice, those two videos. I don't know what the rest of the round robin debate was about, but I enjoyed watching it, and I just thank you guys and gals so much for being here tonight.